Hello to all you beautiful, wonderful people out there in the world today. I hope you all are having a wonderful day and I hope you're living your life filled with kind words and a smile on your beautiful face to shine in someone else's life. I hope you beautiful people can handle the truth and are willing and is willing to accept the truth. Because if you can and if you do and if you will, beautiful people, the truth will make you free. It'll set you free. But you have to want to be liberated by freedom. Freedom of truth in your life. Freedom of dealing with reality in your life. Freedom, beautiful people, to accept things, to accept the truth for what it is. So that you can be free from despair. So that your beautiful self can overcome obstacles, and occurrences and things that happen, transpired and took place in your beautiful lives, beautiful people. What good would I be, or what kind of example would I be, or the person to whom I speak to you regarding the person that I am? An encouraging person, a person that loves you and cares about what you've been through in life, how you think and how you feel, and that wants you to move out from where you are in terms of things that have transpired and taken place in your life throughout the years. If it has been years, and some of our lives, maybe even a lot of our lives, a lot of the things that have happened and have taken place has been years, and we've been living in the shadows of those things that have developed in our lives, that things that have hurt us in our lives, things that have prevented us from really and truly being ourselves, and living our lives. And as we often say, we like to keep it, 100 or be 100. Well, being 100 and keeping it 100 means to be totally and completely free, from chains and bounds, from being boxed in, from things that, hinder you, minimize you. When you get, when you are about to do something or go a certain place or go in a certain area, region, you're reminded of things that happened to your beautiful self. And as a result of that fact, you turn around and go back, or you can't go forward, or you can't go in that area, or you can't go in that region, because you're still reliving and recycling that same old fear, hurt, and pain over and over again. Revolving, but never to evolve, beautiful people. And I don't mean to, make anybody feel like that I'm downplaying, I'm trampling upon, or I have no respect for how you feel or things that you've been through in life. We all have gone through things in our life. It's just a matter of how we relate to them, how we handle them, how we allow them to handle us. And in a lot of people's lives, unfortunately, that's what happens. The things that we've been through, they control us. They control you. They control how you think and they control how you feel. And you inject this mentality and you inject you inject this mentality of thinking into your kids. And they don't know why, but they just love you and they trust you. And as a result of that fact, this is what's injected into their lives. So you pass fear on to them unintentionally, inadvertently and indirectly. We pass fear on to them. We can't do that. Perfect love casts out fear because fear hath torment. He that feareth is because you're not made perfect in your love. It's time to be made perfect in love. Don't raise your children out of fear. It's okay to, talk to them and let them know that things happen in life. But you want them to grow up having, have to deal with their own life's experiences for themselves. Just prepare them through love, kind words, and smiles. Every day. Inject that into them to be happy in life and to live peaceably with love. Living your life, with kind words and through kind words and through and by kind words and sharing smiles with the world. With no expectations of what's around the corner bad, or that something bad is going to happen, next, or expect bad things to happen in your life because they happened to me. We don't live our lives the same. It's time to live your life differently. It's time to live your life expecting good things to happen always through love, joy, and peace. Kind words and smiles. Always expect something beautiful to happen. It's time to overcome those fears and those obstacles that you haven't been able to move past or to get over. You're a beautiful person. You're a wonderful person. You have a beautiful life ahead of you. Life is not over. But you've lived far too long in the shadows. You live far too long in darkness and in fear of the unknown. You live far too long being afraid of yourself and being afraid of what happened 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. It's time to no longer be that person, because that person does not define you. What happened to you does not define you, beautiful people. It's time to, as hard as it may seem, or as hard as what I'm about to say may, you may think you may think that it's just that one thing you can't do. It's just too hard to do. But it's time to forgive and forget and move on. Forgive that person. They're going on with their lives. They're not even thinking about your beautiful self anymore. Chances are. And chances are they could no longer be among the land of the living. On the land, they could no longer be on the land of the living. They could be deceased. Beautiful people. You see, you got me stuttering over my words, trying to protect your feelings. Because I love you and care about how you think and how you feel. And I am stumbling over my words, trying to protect your beautiful self and your feelings. But I have to be careful about doing that. Sometimes it has to hurt for us to move on, for us to release that pain so that we can move on and no longer live in darkness, live in the shadows, of doubt, and discontentment, misery and unhappiness. It's time to have love, joy, and peace in your life, beautiful people. It's time to let it go and move on. It's time to live the person that you were meant to be from the beginning of your childhood growing up, before the ties were severed and the corruption set in. Okay, and you became lost in transition. And you lost your identity, and you lost track of being that person from the beginning that you were growing up viably to be before the corruption set in. It's time to get back to living, to being that person. Break up that fallow ground. Let the tears flow. Okay, release the pain. Okay, whatever it takes, allow it to be, in a healthy, and productive way. In a way that won't consume your beautiful self and destroy you. But it's time to release it, beautiful people, and it's time to move on. You're beautiful. You're very beautiful. And you deserve to be happy. You're not being in healthy relationships, and you can't be in a healthy relationship, but because your fears of the unknown and everything that has transpired and taken place in your life and the things that have hurt you won't let you be in a healthy relationship. And you've lost out on many of good opportunities to be in healthy relationships or to have one. But that person kept moving on, or they're gone because you would not release that fear and move on. But you kept seeing what happened to you in that beautiful person. With the unknown, of there's a distinct possibility that person that tried to love you and be there for you, that they might do the same exact thing to you. And that's not true. The world is not like that. The world is filled with beautiful, loving, caring, kind, joy-filled, kind words sharing, love-giving, smiling people who came into your life or was blessed to come into your life, or was placed in your life or was sent to be in your life to help you through that. But they couldn't do it because you rejected them. You pushed them out the way. You began putting it into effect, sabotaging, beautiful people, that relationship, beautiful people, or sabotaging, driving that beautiful person or persons away in your life who were there and had your best interest at heart to love you and support you, to encourage you, beautiful people. Yes, beautiful people, it's time to move beyond those barriers. And it's time to move beyond what you think that you know, as a result of thinking it and living it out of fear. Now it's time to redirect your thoughts and your feelings, and no longer to do it out of fear, but do it out of love. Do it from love. Do it from the depths of your beautiful eternal soul filled with love. Beautiful people. To all you beautiful, wonderful people out there in the world to whom I speak, I love you and I care about how you think and how you feel. And I won't go away. And you're not going to go away either. You're going to come forth and be forthcoming. And love, kind words, and smiles. To all you beautiful, wonderful people out there in the world, have a smiling day.